Right guys, welcome back. Today we're going to fit the double seats swivel base. So thanks for coming back, thanks for watching, and let's get started. Right then, so today this is the part we're going to fit. It's the swivel base for the two-seater. Now if you've got captain chairs, it's different to this because this is designed for this, the two-seater. So to fit this, first of all, obviously your van, your layout should be the same as this. You need to pull this seat up from the front like that, so it pivots at the back, tilt it forward, and then you can gain access to all this. So first thing you'll notice is you've got a ring of bolts, or nuts rather, 1, 2, 3, 4 that side closest to the driver's seat, and you've got 4 this side furthest away from the driver's seat, so you've got 8 in total. This has been messed with, so if yours hasn't been messed with, all your wiring harness here, all these plugs, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs. 4 plugs will be plugged into this junction box here. Because this has been messed with, I was going to put them all back in just for the sake of this, but I'd rather just explain it. You've got this cover here, so that will just pull off. Maybe yours won't be as loose as that, but that will pull off. That can be thrown away. Ignore this, because this was put in after, because of rubbish and that under here. This was put in after, so this is nothing. You probably won't have this on yours. But what you will have is you have the harness coming up through from the floor there, going in to this side. Let's see if I can get you better. Going into this side of this bracketry, and then coming out this side. So what you'll have, let's try and unplug one for you. A sec. Okay, there we go. So what you'll have is that plug now is in 2. So you'll have the one side will be coming up and clipping into there like that, and then the other side will be clipped in like, if I get it the right way, like that. Okay, I know it's not all the way in, but it will kind of look something like that. So what you do is you get a little screwdriver, and down either side, if you see the tags, one there, the one there, so you get a screwdriver down that top part there, and pull that open, and then that will pull it over the prongs there. So then that will come off, and then you can put a screwdriver in here. Excuse the film, it's quite difficult. In that part there, like that, and flick that clip out. That will then pull out, so like that, and like that. That will pull out. It's a little bit tricky, but stick with it. So if you go down all the plugs, unclip them this side, then unclip them that side, so you'll then have them loose like this. You can't get them wrong because they're all colour coded. So once that's done, you might have a cover this side as well. Actually, I haven't at all, but there is screws for it, so you may have 2 covers to expose this. So once you've done all that, just leave the wiring loose like that. We'll now take out the 8 bolts. So these bolts are a 16mm. I've got myself a little gun here, but I have cracked them all off anyway with a 3/8 ratchet and a 16mm socket. So I'll go ahead now and I'll take all these out. I'll strip all these out. So now I've got all the 8 bolts out. I recommend get a second person if you can, but if not, if you're on your own, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to clear this area here in all the back, and then I'm going to actually lift the seat up a little bit and then lie it down, so then I can push it, slide it across, rather than trying to maul it and lift it. I'm just going to kind of tilt it back. So I'll do that now. as you can see, line it back, clip that seat back in first, and then as you can see, you just lie it back. Doesn't interfere with any of this, and you get left with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually taking the driver's seat out as well today. I won't show you that because this video is for the swivel base only, but I'm taking that out because that's getting reupholstered now. So I'll take this out, and then I'm going to clean all the floor, because as you can see, look, the joys of having someone's old van, if you like. I'm going to finish removing these bulkhead brackets. I'm going to scrub and clean this whole floor so that when I put all this back in and the trim goes back in, it's done. I've got a new carpet to go down, so we're going to carry on with that now. Okay, so let's shoot this. For this bit here, you'll remove all this, and then you'll notice that you obviously all the harness and stuff sticks out, but the bottom of the swivel base is obviously flat, as good as. So what you need to do here is you need to fold this back, and you need to try your best to pack these all under here so they're as flat as you can get them. So I'll do that now, and then I'll show you. Okay, so here's my first attempt. I probably will make it slightly better eventually, but when I do the pop top in a few weeks, this is all coming back out. But I won't film it then. Once this video is finished, this will be the video upload for you guys. But as you can see, it's not 100% flat, but that's the kind of thing that you're trying to achieve. Mainly making sure that nothing's going to get damaged. But that there it's quite good. Now I'll get the base for you. So got the swivel base. So if you unscrew these, this is how you do it. So you unscrew the four like that, pull them up through the gaps, twist them round to hold them up, and then now that will rotate. But we're going to strip this nut off, which is massively loose. I'll hold it from underneath. So take the top off like that, drop that. Then you'll notice you've got this I'll call it like a surface plate. This is what the seat swivels round on to give it like a nicer surface. You can see it's dug in here. This item was second hand. I will repair all this. I'll sand all this down and smooth it all off. But for now, for this video, I'll just get it fitted and get it on and shipped to show you guys how it goes. As I've shown you guys, this isn't perfectly flat, right? But it doesn't have to be perfectly flat, because as you can see here, how well you can see here, it's not in the centre, it's not up against the floor, because this nut sits here and moves around with the base of the seat when you're turning it round, so it needs room to move. It's actually risen by probably about an inch and a half, so you can get away with it being, you know, slightly a little bit higher. So now it's just a case of putting that in the correct way. Which way is the correct way? I've never fitted one of these, so there we go. Well, it doesn't fit very well. The problem I'm having here, which I'm going to show you guys because I want this to be real life, is some of these seem to be off the hole slightly, only ever so slightly. But I'm going to have a look now, see if I can loosen these, and maybe, I don't really know. You can see here, the bolts ever so slightly out. So what's actually happening is, where this collar is here, I don't know where you can see that. This collar here is a bit narrower than the actual thread. So these, I can get this base to sit on every collar. Perfect. But I can't get it to go over the threads because I can either go that way and get it on, or I can come this way and get it on. I can't get both in. So I'm going to try and undo these, see if there's any movement on these at all. I might have to drill that out, but I kind of feel that that's a made part. Although he's never had it fitted, somebody's had it fitted because it's scratched here. So I kind of feel that this should fit. Right guys, so there we have it. Seat's back in. Now I didn't bother showing you this because obviously if you took the seat out in the first place, then it's just the full reverse. As you can see, as on the previous video, this is how the new trim is going to look. So what you've got to do now is, once you fit that seat the same as the way you took it out, inside, you got it all tight, you got it all secure. You've got all your base plate on, tight, secure. Obviously make sure everything's tight guys, because this is safety. You'll have it like this. Then it's time to rotate it. So the way you do this is, you undo this, pull off the thread like that, and then you'll see, you pull it up like that, and there's 2 pins. Rotate it 90 degrees, and that holds the bolt up out the way so it won't catch. Same on that side, like that. And then 2 at the front, which I've already done. And then once all those 4 are done and they're all pulled up and locked into position, you're ready to rotate the seat. So let's do that now. Right, so this can be a little bit tricky. Now naturally, most people, including myself, for the first time think that it would rotate this way, so clockwise, but it actually doesn't. It actually rotates out towards the passenger door, so anti-clockwise. Got all these pins up now, so you kind of push it across. Can be a bit tight. There can be a little bit of resistance in this, depending on how tight you've done the centre nut. Now I've left it a little bit too loose, but all this has got to come back out now after this video, because this weekend I'm going to be cutting the pop top. So basically, push it like that, pull it round with your left hand and push it with your right hand, if that makes sense. So like that, you'll see that it's quite close to the handbrake, almost pretty much fouls the handbrake. That's good because it keeps the corner of the seat, this seat, part of the seat here, it keeps that away from the trim. So kind of rubbing on that is better, in my opinion at least. So then just watching it, just go slow, no rush, rotate it like that. Sometimes you get to this point and it's easier to go to the front just to finish the rotation. Come back, move backwards and forwards. I mean, you can just, just practice it. As you've done it more and more, you'll pick a method of how you like to do it yourself. And then there we go. And you should end up like this. Now obviously put it in position, and you don't have to, but I recommend at least putting 2 of these pins kind of at least halfway down. Now you're never going to drive with it like this, don't ever do that. It doesn't matter too much, but I'd probably put 1 or 2 in just to locate it, just so that it can't move around when you're sitting on it and when you're enjoying the back of your bus. So do that, move it around, drop it into position. We'll just do the 1 for the purpose of this video. But the great thing about these guys is when you've got the captain chairs, you get more space. But I mean, you've only got the 1 chair, whereas this, you've now got 2 seats. And also, the good thing about the double seat is, for me personally, it was the space underneath. So now, I'll have all of that. So basically, this will be sectioned off, and this under here will be kind of tooling. So a socket set, screwdrivers, ratchet straps, cable ties, a tow rope. I don't like to carry that, but you might, you need to because I'm going quite far. Things like that. And this side should be sectioned off, and that side will all be my food. Just general stuff that you're going to eat or use when you're out, as well as obviously some of the cupboards, but just bags of crisps and the bigger stuff that take up quite a bit of room. So there we go. This is the end of this video. Now I hope it added value and I hope it helped you. If it has helped you at all, let me know. I love your feedback. Comment in the comments box below. But thanks for coming back, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.